You hear that? Which is, let me read it. A meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of the Most High of great price. But after this manner, women, in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him master, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement. As long as you do well, how you do well? By keeping the commandments of the Most High, doing what he say do. Likewise, ye husbands, men, dwell with them according to knowledge. See? Got to dwell with your woman according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. See, you don't follow this, your prayers could be hindered. Praying all the time, why can't I receive my prayer? Why can't I receive the answer to my prayer? Because you're not doing what he said do. You got to dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. So you got to realize that she is the weaker vessel. But women don't feel that they're the weaker vessel now. I'm just equal to a man. I can do whatever he can do. No, the woman is a weaker vessel. In some way or another, you're going to find that you are, as a woman, a weaker vessel. I don't even know why a woman would want to be like a man. That's a big responsibility. And as being heirs together, the man and the woman together, of the grace of life, you know, the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Finally, be ye all of one mind. You got to think the same. One mind, having compassion. See, one of another. Love as brethren. Be pitiful. Be courteous. Not rendering evil for evil. Or you did this, now I'm going to do this. Not rendering evil for evil. That's wrong. Railing for railing. Going back and forth, arguing back and forth with each other. But contrary blessing. Yeah, contrary blessing. Can you do that with the heat of argument? Heat of a fight? I'm going to bless you. That takes a lot of humility. That's what say compassion. One of another. Love as brethren. Be pitiful. And be courteous. See, we want the Most High to be pitiful on us. But we don't want to be pitiful for each other. What a mercy and grace that we going to give each other. That's a spirit. Evil for evil. Oh, he did that to me, I'm going to do this. Most High going to jack you. And then, you know, it's like when you look at, I know, man, I've been through so much pain from my head to my toe, man. I'll be like, man, what did I do? I'll be trying to think, whoa, what did I do? Most High got me. He got me. He got you in his clutches. Fear of a thing, the Father has a living power. See, some of y'all ain't been through enough pain. And when you feel that pain, it should make you say, oh, whoa, well, let me get myself together. You know, and eventually you'll be there. You'll be there. You ain't got to keep repenting. You don't have to keep asking for forgiveness because you're in the spirit. Like I say, not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, arguing, and somebody did this and you're going to do something, they did something evil, you're going to do something evil back, and sometimes it's in your mind you think it's evil. It's your feelings, your compassion. Like I say, have compassion. You don't have no compassion. You have no love. And some people never really know about compassion and love. It depends on what kind of life you live. And how you still hold on to something, however somebody treated you or somebody did this to you. And you still hold on to it. You got to let it go. That's what he said. The truth will make you free. You got to be freed up from all of that. You want the peace of a Mashiach Yahushai. It works. I'm telling y'all, it works. You got to believe. You got to have faith to believe it. You don't believe it, then you're on your own, really. You can't trust in the Most High. Don't have faith in him. It's the same thing. Trusting in him, you have faith in him, you believe in him. You pray, you say it's going to happen. So that's why I said it's giving you directions. This for your spirit, not to be off. This is what he's talking about. This is what we're dealing with, the spirit, right? Not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrary, blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing and not a curse. He called us to receive a blessing. You're going to receive a blessing. See, the problem is you can't get caught up in the curses, because that's what you're going to get. But he's saying, not rendering evil for evil, verse 9, or railing for railing, but contrariwise, blessing. Blessing. Send a blessing up for your brother and your sister, knowing that ye are thereunto called. We called to bless each other. We already got enough damn curses. We already cursed coming out of the womb in this wicked world, living every day with infirmities and all kind of things that's against us. People hate us. And here we got to hate each other. We the only love. That's why I say compassion for each other. Love for one another. Be pitiful and courteous to each other. You feel somebody else's pain. You feel someone's blessings. Being courteous. Hear what it said? Not render, verse 9, evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrary, blessing. Contrary-wise, blessing. Rather than going through all this negative, bless your brother, bless your sister. Blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called. You hear that? So you can miss your calling and roll with Satan and the devil and the serpent and the beast and the spirit of Esau and the spirit of this world, the system. But the Most High say he called you, that ye should inherit a blessing. For he that will love life, you want to love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil. Let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips that they speak no guile. See, you got to follow this. This is so important. No deceit, no lies in your spirit. Let him eschew evil. Let him hate evil. Turn away from it. And do good. You know what's good? What's good? Keeping up the laws of the Most High. Let him seek peace and ensue it. Let him seek peace. Pursue peace. You know, that's like, I mentioned it earlier. Wow, I went right there. That's it's so when you turn the Bible, it's right there. Like the Spirit is just, here it is. Whoop. St. John 14 and 27. Woo. St. John 14, 27. Peace. I tell you, I leave with you. He said, my peace I give unto you. Reach it again. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth. It's a special peace. He said, not the world can't give you this peace. Not as the world giveth. Give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled. Don't let your mind be troubled. Neither let it be afraid. Hear what he said? Don't let your mind be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Don't be afraid, and don't be troubled. Because that's not what the Most High is giving us, regardless. He's not giving us, look, 2 Timothy 1:7. For the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, have not given us the spirit of fear. See here? He didn't give us the spirit of fear. That's another spirit. Spirit of fear. You hear that? So we deal with the spirit. Spirit of fear. Scared of everything. But of power. But of power. That's spiritual power. You see power? That's spiritual power. And of love. What's love? What's love? And of love. Well, he just told us about being compassionate with each other, being courteous and pitiful with each other. What else is love? 2 John 6. Of love. That's what he gives us. Second John 6. And this is love. This is love. That we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, that ye should walk in it. Walk in the commandments of the Most High. Moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, and ceremonial laws. So, that's what my second shot said. I mean, for the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. Let's see. This is what he's given us. So we have to operate as such. And look for that peace. They're only going to come through him. It's only coming through him. Most High, while Mashak Yahweh about Shama Mashak Yahweh. If you follow what he say. Look at 1 Peter 3:11. It said, let him eschew evil and do good. Keep the commandments of the Most High. Follow what he say do. His rules and regulations. Let him seek peace. You see? That peace, Mashak Shai said he's going to give us. That's a special peace. And ensue it. Pursue it. Pursue it. Ask him for that peace. When you pray, ask the Most High by showing Mashak Shai to give you that peace that Mashak Shai said he's going to leave with us. For the eyes of the Most High are over the righteous. You hear that? The eyes of the Most High are over the righteous. We know the righteous are those that keep the commandments of the Most High. And his ears are open unto their prayers. Hear that? So like I said, when you pray, you ask for that peace. His ears are open to their prayers. But the face of the Most High is against them that do evil. So you want to come into this truth and do evil, Most High's face is against you. And who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good? You be followers of that which is good? And we know who's good. You don't know, you're going to know. Matthew 19:16. And behold, one came and said unto him, good master, right? What good thing shall I do, that I may have eternal life? Some of you say you don't believe in the laws of the Most High. And he said unto him, why callest thou me good? He addressed that first before he going to show him how to receive everlasting life. He said, why callest me good? He said, you follow that which is good. He said, hey, there is none good but one. That is the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's good. But if thou wilt enter into life, you want to enter into the everlasting life, hear the word of Mashiach Yahushua, the word of the Most High. Keep the commandments. Can't get no clearer than that. You want everlasting life? Keep the commandments. So, if you don't, you'll be caught up. Go to Matthew 5:19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach man so, we ain't under the law, we under mercy and grace, like they say. He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. The least in the kingdom of heaven. If you listen to someone that's telling you not to keep the laws of the Most High, and you think you're under mercy and grace and you're a Gentile, you've been fooled. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, ran them up, shanghaied. Your mind has been destroyed. Because let's jump up to verse 17. This is from Mashiach Shai. Think not, so don't even think that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but what? To fulfill. For verily I said to you, till heaven and earth pass, heaven and earth is still here. If you hear my voice, you in it. You in this earth. One jot or one tittle, so that no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. You see? So then he come back and said what I just gave you previously. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. And all you that's following him, you're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven too. But listen. But whosoever shall do and teach them, do and teach what? The commandments. The same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Now I had someone tell me that, because I told them, asked them what's the truth. They said the truth. I said, I went to my favorite, Psalm 119, 142. It seems like it come out of every lesson, right? Anyway, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. So, I don't know, it's something about saying law that they have a problem with. No, we're not under the law, we're in the commandments. Commandments is different than the law. So let's look at Proverbs 3:1. Just in case they peep this lesson. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart, your mind, keep my commandments. The law is the commandments. The commandments is the laws. Hear what it said? My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart, your mind, which heart is your mind, keep my commandments. They're the same. They one and the same. For length of days, live a long time, and long life, and peace. You want that peace that we talked about? Mashiach she's going to give you and give it to you and keeping the commandments. Your mind, your soul, and strip, and every fiber of your character is wicked. Nah, you ain't going to find that peace. You're going to be always trying to figure it out on your own. When it's simple. Just do what's right. You're going to get it. He's going to give it to you. In the eyes of the Most High. He said, for length of days, you keep the commandments, the laws of the Most High, for length of days, and a long life, and peace shall they add to thee. See? So, that clears that up. Going back to Matthew 5:19. Let your spirit take this in. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so. You teach men that we ain't under the law. Or you are violating the Most High's laws by doing what's wrong. Remember, the eyes of the Most High are looking. He's seeing everything. But 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of man, and even the secret things. It says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. So what do you think the people that's hearing them, and all you do is regurgitate what your preachers say? That's why you say, we Gentiles been grafted in, we are speaking tongues, be filled with the Holy Ghost. That's what you say. But is that true? You got mercy and grace. We got mercy and grace. You don't have mercy and grace. You're a Gentile. The only mercy and grace came to the children of Israel. Period. So you're gonna be the least in the kingdom of heaven with your leaders that you follow that's telling you ain't gotta follow the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments. And why they don't ever challenge us on that? If that's the truth. You heard what the Mashiach Shah said. But say, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill. And he fulfilled what it was written about him. To suffer for the sins of the 12 tribes of Israel. It says, verse 19, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. That's when you're going to be great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say to you that except your righteousness, you keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, which is righteousness, and Deuteronomy 6:25 proves that. Your righteousness shall exceed. You're going to be more greater than the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. Ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. So have you studied the scribes and Pharisees to know whether or not your righteousness, you thinking you all that, is above the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees? You know, they was always coming with the law on him. Coming with something against him all the time. That was their whole get down. What about this? The law says this. What do you think? Trying to catch him up in his speech and so forth. Oh, but they didn't know who they was dealing with. Let's go to 2 Samuel's. 2 Samuel's. 13th chapter. And we're going to book this at you know, you go another case scenario. You know, think about it. Our forefather King David, you know, he had a son, Absalom, that wanted to be king, just like him. I mean, he could have been right there with his father, having much, you know, enjoying the kingdom with his father. So let's look at 2 Samuel 13. I mean, I'm going to have to do a lesson on how the things that we've done that's so wicked as a people, as the Most High choosing us, and the things that we've done within our own nation. Like you see what we're doing now, we've been that way. Just treacherous, man. It's sad. You know, Amnon loving his sister Tamar. Didn't tell her, get on out of here. That was Absalom's sister. So look at David. So look at we can go right to the point. 2 Samuel 13 and 39. I'm gonna do a lesson on that though. Just go through and just show you how the things that we done to each other, having the commandments, knowing how we're supposed to be, and the things that we done to each other. 2 Samuel 13 and 39. And the soul of King David longed to go forth unto Absalom, for he was comforted concerning Amnon, saying he was dead. Dead. That's wicked. You gotta think how he felt. That's still his son, but still he did what he did. And he ended up dead. The Most High give you signs and wonders. You got to take heed to it, because a lot of times there might not be a time that you can go back to them. Be finished. Look at Psalms 73 and 21. Psalm 73 and 21. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. See, his heart was grieved. His mind was grieved. And he was pricked in his reins. He said, so foolish was I. He said, I was foolish, thinking wrong, and ignorant, not knowing. So, that's why I say we know in part, we prophesy in part. This King David, who taught his son King Solomon, who wrote a lot of this wisdom. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I, and ignorant, not knowing. I was as a beast before thee. Hear that? Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. So he hold him up with his right hand, by his right hand. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. David was a man after the Most High's own heart, his own mind. He tell him, thou shalt guide me with thy counsel. That's very important. That's something, because I know I ask the Most High all the time to guide me. Will just guide me. Now I can add with his counsel. I just been saying guide me, to guide me. He said, guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. Beautiful. But see how his spirit is talking? He's talking to the Most High. Want him to guide him. It's like he need to guide every last one of us. Psalm 77. That's your desire. Desire for him to guide you, to lead you in the right way. And be there with you. Through all your endeavors. Psalm 77 and 6. I call to remembrance my song in the night. I remune mine own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. Excuse me, let me read it again. I call to remembrance my song in the night. He called to remembrance, remembering the song. David played the harp. And all these, what we're reading here is songs. He's singing this. I call to, I can't say, but he's singing it. You know what I mean? I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune mine with my own heart, with my own mind, and my spirit made diligent search. You see, he made a diligent search. He pondered it diligently. Will the Most High cast off forever? And will he be favorable no more? I mean, it's like, and you look at that, David was a man after Most High's mind, own heart, it says. And his mercy clean gone forever. Is his mercy clean gone forever? Mercy is not getting something you do deserve. Therefore, you're getting what you deserve. Does his promise fail forevermore? And you look at, David was a prophet too. He's seeing what's going on. He's seeing what's happened to us after he's gone. He knows it. Had the Most High forgotten to be gracious? Had the Most High forgotten to give us grace? Give you something that you don't deserve? Has he in anger shut up his tender mercies? Have he in anger shut up his tender mercies? Seem like it. That's why we got to really ask him to guide us and be with us and cry to the Most High. Humble ourselves before him in these times. This is the last time we got to cry. This is the last, and he never had pity on us unless we cried to him. You can't do it if you got pride, though. You think you all that. You already there. What you going to cry to him for? You already put yourself there. You don't need him. What you need him for? You already put yourself there. Your mind, so you in such a high standard of the way you think. Your pride got you thinking you already there. But ain't nobody gave me the number that they are, 144,000. Or even the number that they are, 1/3. Humble yourself. Look. You hear what David is saying, King David is saying. And I said, this is my infirmity. You hear what he said? This is my infirmity. This is what I got to deal with. But I will remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. I'll remember the years of my master, Hamashiach Yahushai, the right hand of the Most High. That's why he said, and go to Psalms 110:1, just so you don't be thinking I'm talking out the side of my neck. Psalms 110:1. He said, remember the right hand. That's what we dealing with. That's what we dealing with. Psalms 110:1. The Most High said unto my power. That's two lords there. Most High said unto my power, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. Who's at the right hand of the Most High? The Mashiach Yahushua. That's why he said, sit there at my right hand. The Most High said unto my power, who is the Mashiach Yahushua? But here, dealing with David as the angel of the Most High, or the spirit of the Most High. Sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. So he's there on the right hand side of the Most High until the Most High make his enemies his footstool. That's David's power. Just like he's our power. Through the power of the Most High. Because what David understood is what Paul told everyone. Now hear my voice. 1 Corinthians 3:23. And ye are Mashiachim. Ye are Mashiachim. And Mashiach is the Most High. That's why he said, it all goes together. You know, you hear David, what did David say? Make it mean something different. See, when you understand that he's saying, no man cometh to the Father but by me, that's what David is doing. He said, the Lord said unto my Lord. You want to hear that? I don't deal with that because those are European inventions, Lord and God, those words. Mashiach said, dogs have compassed me, the symbol of the wicked have enclosed me in Psalm 22:16, and they changed that word dog to God. It's just backwards. Like a lot of things you see is backwards. Santa. That you change them words around. You got Satan. You know what I mean? They laughing at you all the way to the bank. Because our people don't think. We're not analytical thinkers. So therefore you are caught up in whatever it is they say, and you regurgitate what they say because that's how you were programmed from the religious instruction to the Negro. Turn to your neighbor and say this. Still to this day. Regurgitate this, the truth, the understanding, or make it mean something different. I'm open to change. But you got to bring it. He said, the Most High said it to my power. Well, I went to 1 Corinthians 3:23. Yeah, Mashiach. That means you are the anointeds. And Mashiach is the Most High's. I mean, come on. I mean, he make intercession for us. We went through the scripture showing that he made intercession for us. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new under the sun. Right? But y'all gonna make that new. That's something new. Because it's the New Testament. No, he didn't have no New Testament. All he had was the law and the prophets. And to give you the understanding of what was going on before he got there. Knowing what's happening. He right there. There he is. I mean, you think he don't know? He said, I said you're gods. And if he said you're gods, you know what I mean? Come on. He told Moses, he said, speak to the rock and he gonna bring forth his water. That's two people. That one talking to the Moses, the spirit of the Most High, telling Moses, the Most High gonna bring forth his water. Look. Look at Ecclesiastes 1, the first chapter. Let's start at verse 9. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that has been in the past, it is that which shall be. The thing that has been is that which shall be in the future. And that which is done, whatever you do now, is that which shall be done. That which done now gonna be done in the future. Shall mean in the future. And there is no new thing under the sun. There is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us. See, there is no remembrance of former things. That's why nobody would know who they were of the past. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. No remembrance, but you see what he said? Ain't nothing new under the sun. So King David's saying it, and he's saying it. How he saying it? Like he said, the Most High said it to my power. He in the spirit. He rolling in the spirit of the Most High. Most High said it to my power, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. Look, Psalm 77 and 10. And I said, this is my infirmity, but I will remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. Can y'all hear this? Can you see this? You got to see it. So, hopefully, it's spiritual though. Very spiritual. Look at Matthew the 22nd chapter. See if that's what I want. This one, I think it's 35. Matthew 22, and let's look at. Okay, let's start at verse 41. While the Pharisees, remember your righteousness got to exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. While the Pharisees were gathered together, Mashiach asked them, saying, "What think ye of Mashiach?" Not Jesus, but Mashiach. It's very important that you understand this. They was waiting on the anointed, the Messiah, to come. He said, "What think ye of Mashiach?" He said, "Whose son?" Salakia. Whose son is he? Whose son is he? Whose son is he? Some of you could say Joseph, right? No, he can't. He didn't have a fraternal father, right? That's what some people say. That's what they say. They said to him, the son of David. Look, they asked him, while the Pharisees were gathered together, Mashiach asked them, saying, "What think ye of Mashiach?" What do you think of me? That's what he asked them. He's the Mashiach. Whose son is he? They said to him, the son of David. That means the lineage of David. He said to them, "How then does David in spirit," see, David in spirit, that's what we're talking about, the spirit, David in spirit called him master, saying, the Most High said unto my power, who is Mashiach Yahushai, "Sit thou on my right hand till I make thine enemies thy footstool." He said, if David then called him master, how is he his son? And no man was able to answer him a word. Neither does any man from that day forth ask him any more questions. That was it. He finished them off with that one. They didn't know what to think when he said that. He said, "Hey, if I'm David, if I'm the son of David, why how's David calling me his master?" In Psalms 110:1, where we just read. Say, how is that? How is that going down? Think about it. Nobody asked him any questions after that. That was the last thing they asked him. He asked them more questions. Confounded them.